All right, today I'm gonna be taking you through the pendulum squat and how you can set up and execute this movement most effectively to get the most out of it. Now, when setting up for the pendulum squat, it's quite simple because there's not a whole lot of settings to this machine. You can really only adjust the platform if you're lucky. I find that with the platform a little bit more elevated, it feels better. You know, the lower you have the platform, the more knee flexion you're gonna get, the more stress on your knees you're gonna have, which to some degree is okay. But for some people, having that platform really low is just gonna hurt the knees. So find the desired platform that feels most comfortable for you and play around with it. Now that we found the right platform position, we wanna find the correct foot position on that platform. So for me, I find having my feet a little bit higher on the platform feels better, but ultimately that's gonna come down to you and your preference on where your feet are positioned on the platform. Now, how wide should we place our feet? I find that going roughly shoulder width apart is going to be most comfortable, but you could really just go with whatever your squat stance width would be. Now, if you're a really wide squatter, probably wouldn't want to do that, but I find shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider, is going to feel best. Now that we've set ourselves up correctly on the machine, how do we go about executing each rep? I find for me that I want to be pulling down on the handlebars really hard to make my body feel one with the machine. The better connected I feel to it, the easier I feel to push through and grind through each and every rep. So I'm pulling myself down in aggressively. I then take a nice big brace into my core, a big deep breath, flex my core, and then now I'm controlling my way down. I don't want to be dropping too quickly. I don't want to be going too fast. A good level of control is crucial on this movement. Now, what do you want to be doing with your knees? I find that our knees should be tracking over the direction of our toes. They shouldn't be going outwards or inwards. We want to keep them relatively in line with our feet, and that's going to keep us in the most optimal position, the strongest position to apply the most force into the platform and lift more weight. Now, as you're executing the movement, it's key that you keep your foot planted on the machine the entire time. If your feet are not in the correct position, your heels may come up during the rep, and that means that your foot isn't where it needs to be and it's not planted securely. So throughout the entirety of the movement, you want that foot to be flat. You want to have a good connection to the platform that you're on, and you want to keep that foot flat and connected the entirety of the movement. You'll be able to apply more force in the machine, and like I said, lift more weight. When doing this movement, we want to leave our ego at the door. So make sure you're getting a good range of motion. You're going as deep as you comfortably can and not doing quarter reps. It does you no good to slap on a bunch of weight and just get a quarter, a half of a rep. You want to be getting a good full range of motion, going below parallel, whatever that is for you, and getting the most out of your quads. So if you do all of these things, you execute them correctly, you take your time, you do a good range of motion, you're going to lift the most amount of weight on this machine, and you get some really big quads.